My name's Wesley Turner. I'm from Newton, Massachusetts. I'm a junior at Harvard College, and in the summer of 2007 I worked in Manchester, New Hampshire on the Obama for America campaign, working towards the primary election. This past summer, the summer of 2008, I went to the DNC. Absolutely amazing. I got to go with my family actually, so I'm the oldest. My youngest sibling is 10 years old, so to have the whole family there experiencing, the nomination of the first major African-American candidate for a party nomination was absolutely amazing. But also just to see how the process went, to see the votes on the floor, and to see all the behind-the-scenes maneuvering as well. My folks were really excited. My dad works with the state party, so while he wasn't an official delegate, he was able to get us a way to go, which is actually funny because I was the one who was begging him. I was like, Dad, if you can get us to go, I will lose my mind. So he eventually said that not only can you go, Wesley, but we can take the whole family, and it was a great week. The noise was deafening. It's amazing to be in a place with that many people so excited about the same thing. When he got on stage, I literally couldn't hear for a minute. There were so many people screaming. The wonderful thing was, after hearing several speeches in the hall, in the convention center, where people would sometimes talk over speeches that weren't as interesting, or have their reactions during the speeches. In the stadium, everyone was silent while he was speaking and loud as heck whenever he stopped. And I literally I couldn't say anything for a while. I just sat in my seat listening because I couldn't contain myself. Well, I worked in Manchester, New Hampshire for the primary, so summer of 2007. I was working mostly on field operations with the other interns from pretty much all over the country, so it was great to be with other young people who were interested in the same types of things that I was. And it was lovely to meet the people of New Hampshire, in part because you get so many different opinions when you knock on a door. Sometimes I would just stop trying to convince people to vote just because I wanted to hear their story, which in the end actually turned out to be more effective, I think. I forget who I was canvassing with. We usually canvass in groups of 2 or 3. And we came up to this house and they opened the door, invited us inside, offered us ice cream sandwiches and stuff, and just sat and talked to us for a little while. It's amazing when you meet people who are so hospitable and who want to talk to you, especially after, in a day's walking for about, 3-4 hours, you'll probably meet 1 or 2 of those people. Most people will either, close the door in your face or just say, well, I'm voting for somebody else. So it was lovely. Election night, we saw this graphic flash across the screen. Barack Obama, president-elect, the 44th president of the United States. And again, the noise was deafening. I don't remember ever having screamed so loud in my life. For me personally, it meant that the things I do can make a difference. For a while I've been doubting that, especially when you're a student in college, when you're, just taking classes and studying and preparing for the future. You feel like you're not actually doing anything at the moment. So I was very surprised to see that something that I had worked on, something that I had done, made a difference to the world around me, a big difference to America, and I'd say arguably for the world. In terms of what it means for the country, for the world, I think it's given people a new sense that things are possible. I think it's also put us on a different track in terms of progression for the next couple of years, and I'd be interested to see, what the country looks like in 4 or 8 years. I'm optimistic, and I'm excited to see what happens.